What if I told you there's something sitting outside most people's homes right now that's quietly draining more money from their bank account than almost anything else they spend money on, and most people never even question it? It's not subscriptions, it's not eating out, and it's definitely not your morning coffee. Today, I'm going to show you the real cost of something almost every adult in America owns, break down exactly where the money disappears, and show you what that money could actually become if you made some smarter decisions. Let's get into it. Number one, the number that will shock you. Let's start with a number, $12,182. That's what the average American spends every single year just to own and operate a vehicle, according to the latest data from AAA. That's over $1,000 a month. Not for a luxury car, not for a sports car, for the average car. Now take your annual salary, divide it by 12. For a lot of people watching this, that monthly car cost is eating up 20, 25, sometimes even 30% of their take-home pay. And here's what makes this even more interesting. Most people couldn't tell you what they actually spend on their car. They know their monthly payment, maybe they know roughly what they spend on gas, but the full picture, almost nobody sees it. That's exactly why it's so dangerous. So let's pull back the curtain and look at every single layer of this cost, because once you see it, you can actually do something about it. Number two, breaking down the real cost. I'm going to walk you through the 6 buckets that make up your total cost of car ownership, and I want you to think about your own car as we go through each one. Bucket number 1, depreciation. This is the big one. Depreciation is the loss in value your car experiences just from existing, being driven, and getting older, and it is brutal, especially in the first few years. A brand new car loses somewhere between 15 and 25% of its value in the first year alone. That's not a typo. Year 1, gone. By year 5, many vehicles have lost close to half their original value. What does that mean in real dollars? If you buy a $35,000 car today, you could be losing $5,000 to $7,000 in value in year 1 and never see a single dollar of it again. The fix? Buy used. Specifically, look for vehicles that are 2 to 4 years old with moderate mileage. You avoid the steepest part of the depreciation curve. Someone else took that hit. You get a car that still has plenty of life in it, but at a significantly lower cost. Bucket number 2, financing costs. Most people don't buy cars with cash, they finance them. And right now, with interest rates where they are, a car loan can carry an interest rate anywhere from 6.5% for buyers with excellent credit, all the way up to 15% or higher for buyers with poor credit. Let's put that in perspective. On a $30,000 car loan at 7% interest over 60 months, you'll pay roughly $5,600 in interest alone. That's money that goes directly to the bank and gives you absolutely nothing in return. One strategy worth considering, if you can put down a larger down payment to reduce the loan amount or pay the loan off early, you can save a meaningful amount in interest charges. Even an extra $100 per month toward your principal can make a real difference over the life of a loan. Bucket number 3, insurance. The average American pays around $1,700 per year for car insurance, but depending on your age, location, driving record, and the vehicle you drive, that number can be significantly higher. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Insurance companies are competing for your business, but they are not going to voluntarily lower your rate. You have to ask. Better yet, you have to shop around. Set a recurring reminder once a year to compare quotes from at least 3 different providers. You might find the exact same coverage, same deductibles, same limits for $300 to $500 less per year somewhere else. That's real money for about 30 minutes of effort. Bucket number 4, fuel. Fuel is one of those costs that feels small in the moment, $60 at the pump, no big deal, but adds up enormously over time. The average American spends somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 per year in gasoline. One practical move, if you're in the market for a new vehicle, comparing fuel efficiency between models is worth taking seriously. A car that gets 35 miles per gallon versus one that gets 25 miles per gallon could save you $600 to $800 in fuel alone. Over the course of years, that number compounds significantly. Bucket number 5, maintenance and repairs. Routine maintenance, oil changes, tire rotations, brake pads, filters, runs most car owners somewhere between $500 and $1,200 per year on average. That's before any unexpected repairs. And unexpected repairs are where people really feel the pain. A transmission replacement can cost $3,000 to $5,000. A new set of tires might run $800. These aren't rare scenarios, they're normal parts of owning a vehicle over time. One underrated tip is learn to do some basic maintenance yourself. Changing an air filter takes about 5 minutes and costs $20 at an auto parts store. A shop might charge $60 to $80 to do the same thing. There are free video tutorials online for almost every basic maintenance task. The learning curve is small and the savings over a lifetime of car ownership are significant. Bucket number 6, taxes, registration, and fees. This one varies widely by state, but registration fees, title fees, and any applicable state taxes add up to a cost most people forget to factor in. Depending on where you live, this could be anywhere from $100 to several $100s per year. Number 3, the opportunity cost nobody talks about. Here's where this gets really interesting, and this is the part most financial conversations about cars completely skip over. The cost of owning a car isn't just what you pay for the car, it's also what you could have done with that money instead. This is called opportunity cost, and when you apply it to car ownership, the numbers become genuinely eye-opening. Let's say you're spending $10,000 per year on car-related costs, a conservative figure for many households. What if instead you took $8,000 of that and invested it every year? If you invested $8,000 per year for 20 years with an average annual return of 8%, which is roughly in line with historical stock market averages, you'd end up with approximately $392,000. Let that number settle in for a second. Nearly $400,000 built largely from the money that would have otherwise gone toward car ownership compounded over time. That's the real cost of an expensive car habit compounded over time. It's not just the money you spend, it's the wealth you never build. Number 4, practical moves you can make right now. I don't want to just leave you with big numbers and no action plan, so here are concrete things you can actually do. Move number 1, right-size your vehicle. Ask yourself honestly, do you actually need the car you have? Many households have 2 or 3 vehicles when 1 or 2 would work just fine with a bit of planning. Eliminating even one vehicle from a household can save thousands of dollars per year across insurance, registration, maintenance, and fuel. Move number 2, buy at the right point on the depreciation curve. If you're in the market for a car, look for vehicles that are 2 to 4 years old with moderate mileage. You avoid the steepest part of the depreciation curve. Someone else took that hit. You get a car that still has plenty of life in it, but at a significantly lower cost. Move number 3, shop your insurance annually. Set a calendar reminder. Once a year, spend 30 minutes getting quotes from competing insurance companies. This costs you nothing and can realistically save you hundreds of dollars per year. Move number 4, consider your commute and housing decisions. Where you live relative to where you work has a direct impact on your car costs. A slightly higher rent payment that allows you to drive significantly less can actually come out ahead financially when you factor in reduced fuel, reduced wear and tear, and reduced depreciation on your vehicle. Move number 5, redirect the savings intentionally. This is the step most people skip. If you make changes and reduce your car costs, don't let that money quietly disappear into lifestyle spending. Redirect it into an index fund, a retirement account, or paying down debt. The real win isn't just spending less on the car, it's building something with the difference. Cars are not inherently bad. They're a tool, and for most people, a necessary one. But when we treat them as status symbols rather than transportation tools, and when we underestimate their true cost, they quietly become one of the biggest obstacles to building real financial security. The good news is that once you actually see the numbers, you have the power to make different decisions. And different decisions, compounded over years and decades, lead to very different financial outcomes. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. I break down topics like this regularly. And drop a comment below. What's one thing about car ownership that surprised you in this video? I read every comment. I'll see you in the next one.